Hey, what is this? Cool. It's Mike with the mic.
Warning, the following content may contain elements that are not suitable for some audiences. Your discretion is advised.
Oh, yeah, here we go. Y'all know the drill. Just got off work. Come in here and wind down a little bit. Figure out yap for a minute. If y'all don't mind, if y'all got a few minutes, try not to keep y'all long as usual. I try not to. But I was listening to something at work, and I figured I'd get into it for a minute before, I just want to speak on it before it drift too far away, with everything that's going on, because something is always happening. But before we get cracking, Deuce5clothing.com, DetroitCousins.com, PlatinumStatus.com, CreatedByJones.com, RefreshUs15.com, and Betty'sGirls.com. Betty's Girls, you can get them on Instagram. Catch them, check them out, man. Check us out, man. Shop with us. Y'all know the drill. If y'all got any questions about the show, submitting some music, being a guest, or something you feel like I should talk about and put my 2 cents on, is Mike with a Mic 313 at gmail.com. That's Mike with a Mic 313 at gmail.com. And I want to get into what I was listening to at work today a little bit. It was this whole situation. Well, I wouldn't even say a situation with Penny Hardaway. You know what he said and how he went off on the reporters, and he said some stuff. And to be honest, when I heard it, I was like, oh shit, he might get fired, cussing at the reporters and stuff like that. But, kind of fuck, that's just that. That ain't really what I want to speak on. What I want to speak on is the comments Stephen A. made about Penny Hardaway flipping out on the media. Now, he was basically saying, nigga, stay in your place. Now, I kind of agree with him on this a little bit, and I just want to kind of walk through that a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I jotted a few things down, and if I'm all over the place, forgive me for that. I'll be really just kind of pressing record and running my mouth. So don't hold me to nothing, and don't hold me to know what a person specifically said, because I was listening to it and I was at work. So y'all got to keep that in mind. But I agree with him with what he said as far as you being a black coach. You can't wild out like other coaches or white, quote unquote, white coaches or whatever. It's certain people that can get away with certain stuff, and we know that. So that's kind of what I kind of want to dabble on a little bit, kind of tap on it from that angle. But my problem with Stephen A. not with what he said. I stand behind that. When you playing their game and you in their arena, so to speak, this coaching in college and all that stuff, and corporate America and like media and all of this stuff, man, like we get lost in the sauce because I went to Guitar Center and bought this stuff for my podcast stuff. So why I can't just say whatever I want to say? How can I get canceled? And rappers and actors, like, why I can't just say I don't like that gay shit without somebody saying something to me? Why I can't tell this reporter, like, shut the fuck up, like, get the fuck off my back? Like, why can't we can't just do stuff like that? Because we don't own this stuff. So I get it from that perspective of not necessarily, nigga, know your role or watch your mouth, but you gotta kind of do, because that's they shit. NCAA and the media, that's theirs. And I get to, I try to dabble in all of that, but I'm gonna try to stay to my talking point, which is I agree with Stephen A. with what he said. I just don't agree with how he said it, or when he said it. I just don't think he should have said it on TV like that. Like, but that's why, black people think he be cooning, because it ain't what he be saying, it's the when and where that he decide to. It seemed like to me, or to people on the outside, you always trying to check a black person or call a black person out on TV. I don't know if he make private phone calls or not. I just think that that would be the better way. You know what I'm saying? Because we, as black people, I'm going to say as black people, we know that we don't like to be cut into in front of other people, especially on TV and stuff like that. Like, I can't even imagine that big of a platform where, you know, somebody like, you know, like the Antonio Brown situation where you got people just speaking on you on TV all day. Like, that should have pissed me off. I get upset too. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, it's just case in point, like, a nigga can be 100%, right? And what I mean by 100%, that's like when somebody stank. That's what me and my brother and them say. When we say somebody 100%, that mean they musty as hell. You know what I'm saying? Like 100% rat ass, like on Dave Chappelle. But anyway, you can tell a nigga who is musty, that know he musty, in front of other people that know he musty too, and he'll still get an attitude because you said it. He'll be ready to fight you. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, nigga, like, you know what I'm saying? What, you think you better than me or something, nigga? You know what I'm saying? It'll get all the way to that. Like, nigga can't always be fresh. Like, you know, yeah, nigga, you can. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the kind of stuff, like, we don't really get off into that kind of, you know, we kind of snap off on stuff like that. Like, don't be checking me in front of nobody. You know what I'm saying? Type attitudes that we have. So I think that's where the explosion came from with Penny. Like, y'all know what the fuck's going on. Why you coming to me with this bullshit and you know what's going on? So that's where I say I agree with Stephen A. Like, you can't do that. But I still understand Penny. Like, man, come on now. Why you late for work? Man, y'all motherfuckers know I ain't really got no car, nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just certain things. Like, it'd be like, if you got the information, don't be trying to check me on it to get a rise. And then when you get it, then you want to be acting surprised, like, you know, whatever. But like I said, man, a nigga be 100% and you will fuck around and have to beat his ass. You know what I'm saying? Because he 100% and it's obvious, nigga, we all smell you. You know what I'm saying? With Penny, y'all losing, we all see it. So I don't know why you even getting mad. You know what's going on, and even though we know what's going on, that's it. You know what I'm saying? But we all know that though. So most of the time we just don't say shit, but we know that as black people and as non-media people, because I don't even know what color the person was who was asking them the questions. I'm gonna just say media. But when we say media, we normally talking about like white media because they own that shit. So it'd be like, even if it is a black person here, you probably working for a white network. And I think that makes it worse when it be like a Stephen A. that say this stuff, because you black too, man. So why would you be trying to do that? I know you got to get a story or whatever, but still. I'm saying, if a nigga 100%, man, we'll just like kind of like dip out, like, all right, man, I gotta go. Like, I'm not about to be around this stinking ass nigga. And that's just how I feel about the Penny stuff. But that's why I couldn't be like a journalist or nothing, because I'm not gonna be cracking on people about obvious stuff. Like, we know what's going on, and if we don't, then we are doing a terrible job as a journalist. We should know. So asking these questions is kind of like, damn, like you kind of putting them on the spot for a reaction. And then when you get it, you want to act all crazy. But on the real, we know. And the media know too. And like the white media and white people, they know that too. And that's basically some of their job. They got these like shock jocks or whatever that be on that bullshit. Like, that's their reason for even coming. I know he backed up against the wall. I know he irritated. I know he mad. They losing, blah, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying? Tell us about Monica Lewinsky. Like, in the middle of all this shit. You know what I'm saying? And then, like, the news channels, they just send them there just to get this nigga to crack so he can really, to be honest, to act like a nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that's what it really boiled down to. And just so they can, so when Penny go off, they can just say like, see, I told y'all he ain't nothing but a nigger. Like, you know what I'm saying? Not a nigga, but with the ER. Because I be trying to figure out, what is we doing this for at this point? Like, if we know he having a bad season or whatever, or he don't got all his players or all the stuff he was saying, don't nobody care about that, by the way. I'm not giving Penny no kind of scapegoat. What I'm saying is, to what I'm sticking to is, I agree with Stephen A., just not how he handled it. And we all pretty much know that that's kind of Stephen A. MO, you know what I'm saying? So the part that I agree with, it kind of get thrown out the window, because how he said it, but I still agree with him to a certain degree. You know what I'm saying? Pretty much what Stephen A was saying is like we pretty much all got to coon it a little bit, man. Or I wouldn't necessarily say coon it, but I would probably use that phrase throughout. I don't know. But we all got to kind of like, quote unquote, pull the nigga back a little bit when we in these certain positions and when we in these certain, you know, we in certain meetings and all of that, man. We got to kind of hold it together, so to speak, because we know that they coming, and we all got to kind of do that through life. You know what I'm saying? Like, as far as black people, we all kind of got that coworker who we would kind of love to just slap the snot out of, but we can't really do it, like, because we at our job. We're not trying to lose our job, but, you know, that them white folks ain't really going for that. Like, you can't be just at work slapping people. You know what I'm saying? But this motherfucker need to get slapped. You know what I'm saying? He fucking with me, and he kind of, you know, he know what I'm going through and know what's going on, and he still gonna tell me about Monica Lewinsky. Like, nigga, you know what the fuck is going on, my nigga. So you try not to go off on him, because unfortunately, as black people, we don't know where that line is until we cross it. That's why I say, when I saw Penny say what he said, I was like, damn, he might get fired for that. They losing and he going off. You know what I'm saying? We don't really know if we can go off and still keep our jobs. You know what I'm saying? We know if we slap a motherfucker, we out of here. We beat the shit out of somebody, we know we out of here. If we choke a motherfucker up or something or whatever, we know we out of here. Sometimes, speaking our mind, we cross the line and we fuck around and lose everything off of something that we feel or what we think. And that's the part where I would say our non-melanated brothers and sisters get the luxury of crossing the line and being able to keep their job or their position in life. You know what I'm saying? So I feel Stephen A on that a little bit. I mean, like, case in point, man, I had a job back in the day working at this like junkyard, like police impound thing, cleaning out cars and shit. And shout out to Reverend Lowdown too. He the one who helped me get the job. It was a good job. You know what I'm saying? I liked the job. I liked the people. The pay was good. I used to find all kind of shit in these cars. Like, when y'all get y'all cars repoed or towed, or y'all leave them on the street and they come get them, I'll be the guy that's cleaning them out. So back in the day, if you was in Detroit or Brownstown or Taylor, Dearborn, and your car came to this place, I'm the guy probably cleaned it out. You know what I'm saying? So if you wondering where your, I remember one time I found the whole book of No Limit CDs. This was back early in the day. So it was like a whole book of, I was a Cash Money dude. I really didn't fuck with P&M. They made good music. You kind of had to pick a side back in the day, and I was with Cash Money. But anyway, I'm that guy that got your fucking CD book, whoever the fuck car that was. I don't know if they came back and got it, but we just had to clean them out before they auctioned them off or whatever. But I used to find all kind of shit in these cars, like weed and shit and CDs, money. Like, this is back in the day before debit cards and shit. Niggas was really sticking $10, you know, over the sun visor, and I was getting your shit. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, it was me at the job. It was me. Reverend Lowdown was black, and they ain't never fuck with him. It was like a couple white boys drove the high-lows or whatever, and they didn't never fuck with them. And it was like 20 Mexicans, and they used to always be, it was this one white dude used to just be riding the shit out these Mexicans. I knew this motherfucker, old ass 80-year-old white man, racist as fuck. You guys, and you know what I'm saying? Y'all know how motherfuckers talk. And I used to always be saying to myself, like, this white motherfucker better not never talk to me like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was like the supervisor, but he was like the owner's brother or brother-in-law or some shit like that. But he knew, like, he was quote unquote over us or whatever, like the supervisor. But I just always knew I wasn't going for that shit. Like, he used to be like, hurry the fuck up, like talking like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, asking the Mexican dudes, like, are you fucking stupid? Like, get that, are you put those over there, you fucking stupid, you know what I'm saying? Like, you act like you want to lose. He's just be coming off all extra aggressive. And I used to be sitting back thinking, like, he wants somebody to hit him in his fucking mouth. Like, that's how I used to be thinking. Like, this old ass man better not come with me just on bullshit. And I remember I was living with my ex then, and I used to tell her, like, this old ass man at work, he better not never cut into me, I'm gonna lose my job. And shit, I might even end up in fucking jail. And fucking Reverend Lowdown used to be telling me too. And show as shit, few months, a year into the job, the nigga cut into me. Said some goofy shit about somebody stealing something. I went off the fucking handle. Fuck you, white boy. I knock your old ass the fuck out. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he had like a pacemaker on his shit out, but I was mad as hell. You know what I'm saying? And guess what? They got me the fuck up out of there. Like, you know what I'm saying? They let me, that was the whole shit about it, by the way. They still cool people. Like, I get it. But they still cool people. But the whole shit about it was, I came to work the next day and they didn't say nothing. Then when I got home, they fucking called and was like, get the fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't need you no more or whatever. But it was some shit about stealing. And the crazy part is, I did used to be stealing, but like that time it wasn't me. You know what I'm saying? That's why, I mean, you know what I'm saying? Plus, it wasn't even about that. It was about the way that he was cutting into people and cutting into me. Like, don't do me like that. I mean, if I was stealing and you caught me red-handed, I'll let you talk your shit. But he didn't, and it really wasn't me that time. You know what I'm saying? It was some shit like by the radio or some shit, and this nigga was saying shit like, wasn't nothing coming up missing until certain people started working here. You know what I'm saying? And I look around, you know what I'm saying? You got all the Mexicans, Reverend Lowdown. I think the other dude was like married to the owner's daughter or some shit. And I'm looking around, I'm the only new nigga. So I'm like, hold on, man. So everybody else been there for years. So, but I'm more pissed because you think it's me, and these Mexican motherfuckers the ones that taught me how to steal shit and win. They showed me like all the blind spots from the cameras and the setups and what to steal and what not to steal. Like, you know, what they said was getting stole was like a TV radio. Like, I had a TV radio in my car already. Like, I wasn't even thinking about that shit. It really wasn't me that time. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, I admit to the other shit, but like, they didn't catch me on that shit. So I was mad as hell because he came with the little sideways comment and I flew off the fucking handle. And that's the thing with Penny. Like, you really, I get what Stephen A. saying. You can't do that because you end up losing your job and all this shit. I end up losing my job, and I like the job and I like the people. Shit, Reverend Lowdown stuck his neck out for me to get the job and shit, so I was apologizing to him. But he understood because he worked there for fucking 50 years before I even got there, so he knew what was going on. But the point is, you know what I'm saying, us as the blacks, you know, well, look at that, man. Like, come on, man. The blacks. But I'm saying, like, black people, like, we know this, though. A motherfucker want to cut into you, but as soon as you slice back, then they want to, like, turn and play the victim. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's kind of where all this Karen shit come from. Like, when the white chick was following the black chick around the store, and then she ended up crying and shit, talking about, stop following me, stop recording me. And then as soon as I said I beat this old man ass, he want to, you know, you know what I'm saying, and clutching his goddamn pearls and acting all scared and shit. Like, somebody come get this big black nigger before he kill me, you know what I'm saying? Like, because he defended himself, because he won't let me talk to him crazy. And it was like, man, you know, kind of get the fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying? That's like, you know, when Tyson went off that time, you know what I'm saying? I'll fuck you until you love it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, did everybody want to be like, oh shit, he's tripping? Like, I can't believe he went off like that. I'm at the crib like, I get it. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all fucking with that man. And that's why when people like Russell Westbrook, remember he was like, the dude asked him a question. And he like, what? Man, y'all tripping. And he just left. And that's why Marshawn Lynch be, yeah, I'm just here so I won't get fined. Like, I'm not finna be talking to y'all because y'all on some bullshit. That's why people do stuff like that. But when they was fucking with Mike, man, I was like, man, they better leave Mike the fuck alone. Like, Mike be on some shit, man. And I was like, hell no. But anyway, I mean, crazy part is, man. On the real, though, I miss that job. I like that job, man. We used to get all kind of shit out those cars, man. Like I said, that was early 2000s, maybe. So everybody was carrying cash. Wasn't no debit card, so it was money. All that change, man, I was getting like a couple $100 a week off just the change y'all was leaving in them cars. You know what I'm saying? So we used to get gas, $1 a gallon. We used to like take the gas out the cars, cut the gas tanks off and all that. Like for the cars that get junked and people don't come and get them after like 30 days or something or whatever. If he bought them from an auction or whatever, he'd filter the gas out or whatever. And we used to get it for $1 a gallon. Like, damn it, man. Like I had a Ford Explorer then. We used to fill that bitch up to the goddamn neck for $14. But the point is, man, I think as black people, we get it and we already know. So even though I agree with Stephen A on how shit is and how you can't really fall for the traps, just like my ex and Reverend Lowdown was trying to warn me, like, man, you can't let that white boy get up under your skin, man. It's a good job, it's good pay. You know what I'm saying? You fuck around, kick benefits in and all of that, you'll be straight, man. You know what I'm saying? The gas and blah, blah, blah. I just couldn't do it. You know what I'm saying? And that's how Penny was. He just reached this breaking point. Like, people don't understand at that job. I think, you know, Reverend them probably understand, like, this nigga was going on and on and on every day, all fucking day. Like, you know what I'm saying? He ride by and shit, 30 minutes, you know what I'm saying? On the lunch break shit, just bullshit like that. It's like, motherfucker, chill out. You know what I'm saying? Like, these cars ain't going nowhere. It ain't like we was taking an hour break. If we got a 30-minute break, if motherfucker take 32 minutes, like, come the fuck on, man. Like, but, you know, so that's not it. Stephen A just got to learn that he can't keep doing this shit on TV in front of, like, quote unquote white folks, because to blacks, it look like you cooning for them when you do this. It don't look like you on our side when you do this stuff. You know what I'm saying? But that's why, like, Kwame be on his ass, man. You know what I'm saying? Calling that nigga coons. Look at the coons. Like, it's a song on YouTube, man. Look it up. It's called Look at the Coons. It's a funny ass song, by the way, if y'all want to fire that up. But I just feel like, just pick up the phone and call Penny. Tell him, in, you know what I'm saying? Or tell him in the back or something. Hey, man, I know, goddamn. I know how these folks is. I know how they is, blah, blah, blah. And we can move on like we always do. You know what I'm saying? Because on some real shit, we all, to a certain extent, got to do, like, quote unquote, some cooning to move up in the world, depending on the field you in. You know what I'm saying? If you working in corporate America, you gonna have to hold that nigga back that's inside you when somebody slice into you about some bullshit. You don't want to throw it away because somebody on some bullshit. So, and you can't tell me that Stephen A ain't had to do a little cooning, so to speak, you know what I'm saying, any less than any other black motherfucker trying to climb up the corporate ladder. Like, he been doing this shit for 50 years. He started off a nigga with a mic and a camera, probably out on the corner doing the fucking traffic or something. I don't know. I'm just saying, whatever he went to school for him to get up to where he's at, you best believe he had to press that nigga down on him too, because even though we look at him like he be on some bullshit, oh, he got a mad nigga in there too, because he grew up in America too. So I know he just do a better job at suppressing the nigga in him. And that's the thing that I don't like about when he do it on TV. Like, you trying to act like you don't know that all black people got that mad black person inside of them that we got to press down. I mean, we all got to do it to a certain extent. You know what I'm saying? I mean, shit, you can't be like on a table dancing like Bobby Shmurda, but you know, y'all get it. You know what I'm saying? Us black folks, we got to find a spot where we not cooning and black enough. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a hard spot to be in, and I feel bad for a lot of people that is in that spot. You know what I'm saying? Like, especially for black men. And that's where I agree. This still is America. You know what I'm saying? It's still like a white man's world, quote unquote. Like, people be trying to act like it's not. And that's where these arguments come in at, where people be like, oh man, like, he shouldn't have to do that. Well, that's where we at right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, we in America, so most of us, you know, we might be turning the knob a little bit as far as, you know, what we got as black people, but still today, we still kind of, you know, in the red, you know, a little bit, but most of us, we all connected or working under some kind of white organization. Now, it's sad, but we got to be a certain way, because all us work hard and we don't want it going down the drain simply because we scaring the wrong or right white person, you know what I'm saying, or whoever, you know what I'm saying. Now, I'm not saying we got to like tap dance to the tune, but don't act like y'all don't hear that motherfucking music playing and it's not a double standard out there, because, like, say Bobby Knight, that nigga was a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Like, this nigga used to cuss and throw chairs and rip nigga shirts. This nigga did everything except fire a pistol off in the crowd. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real. And he ain't never lose his job and nothing happened. When he did it, it was, oh, his passion for the game and he love his team and he just want to do this. But then when Penny do it, he being a crazy nigga. That's just the double standard of they shit. You know what I'm saying? That's why, yeah, I kind of agree, because I'm honest with myself about the world we in. And when we play certain games and when we sign up for certain shit, yeah, we kind of know that comes with it. And we can't do that. You know what I'm saying? We can't be all black power and wanting equality, but don't want to be honest about what's not equal. You know what I'm saying? Like, we just want to yell out like, we want equality. And then when people say from what, then we just be like, well, nah. We need equality for shit like Bobby Knight and Penny Hardaway. If he can fucking snap off, then he should be able to snap off too and not lose his job. Like, if that's what we gonna play. Or y'all white people just come on out and say it. Like, hey, it's cool for Bobby Knight, not for you niggas. And then we'll know. But we already do know. That's the thing about it. You know what I'm saying? It's just simply shit that we can't do and they can do because it's they shit. But being in that position as a black man in the whole, is like, that's a whole nother kind of pressure, and we know it. Like, that's Memphis University, man. Like, he got these All-Americans and all that. He's supposed to be winning. He's supposed to be doing certain things because we put these standards on people, and especially when you're black, and especially when you're a black man. So, regardless, man, we just got to be more careful when it's certain things like that. But, hey, he cracked. Sad part is, a black man cracking or slipping up, that could mean you lose your job for just cussing. You know what I'm saying? Like I said earlier, man, we don't be knowing where that fucking line at until we cross it. Meanwhile, a white boy slip up and fire up a goddamn school, but hey, you know what I'm saying? That's another topic for another show. I'm just saying. And I'm willing to say this. Maybe Penny mad because he just not a good coach. Maybe he just in the deep end and he like, oh shit. You know what I'm saying? Who knows? And that's maybe why he buckled under the pressure. It could be that his players hurt and all that stuff, but you got to do what you got to do with what you got. You know what I'm saying? Maybe he's just buckling under the goddamn pressure. Who knows, man? I've never really been a big fan of ex-hoopers being coaches, to be honest. So not necessarily ex-hoopers, so to speak, but like superstars, because I think that they will always expect from you what they can do. You know what I'm saying? Out of regular players. Like, you know, just picture like Jordan or fucking Kobe or LeBron or somebody like being your coach, all pissed off at you, like, you know, just cut and grab the ball and dunk the motherfucker, man. Damn, like, what's your problem? Like, everybody ain't got what you got, Penny. Everybody ain't got what you got, Jordan, Bron, whoever the fuck your coach might be, or Shaq just telling you, just cut through the lane, grab it, spin, and dunk it. Like, goddamn, like, everybody ain't got, God ain't put everybody the same shit in the bag, man. Like, we all got bags full of shit. Yeah, God hooked all of us up. But he didn't give us Steph Jumper. You know what I'm saying? Like, chill the fuck out, Coach Jordan, like, for real. But my ex-high school coach, you know what I'm saying, Coach Hall, he was a good hooper. And, you know, sorry, Coach Hall, you my man, but you wasn't no Penny. You know what I'm saying? But he was an ex-hooper. That's why I say, I ain't gonna say like ex-hoopers. I would say superstars, because that's just what I think about it. You know what I'm saying? But Coach Hall, a great coach. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Coach Hall, Coach J, Coach Quick, Coach Flowers, Coach Briggs at college. You know what I'm saying? They all kind of helped mold me into the game that I had. You know what I'm saying? Coach Flowers, Coach TJ. I had a lot of coaches in my life, man. They taught me how to hoop. But like playing with Coach Quick and Coach J, they kind of taught me how to play. And then like Coach Hall kind of showed me how to put both of them together, because it's different between being a hooper and playing basketball, and all real basketball players know that. So Coach Hall kind of taught me the difference between being a hooper and when to hoop and play basketball, you know, so shout out to them for that. You know what I'm saying? I will love those guys for that forever. But back to Penny, you know what I'm saying? And anyway, he cracked under the pressure, because maybe he's just not a coach. You know what I'm saying? Got 10 All-Americans and they not doing what they supposed to do. Shit, I'd be pissed too. So while I don't agree with Stephen A saying the shit on TV, I do agree that we can't let the shit get to us like that. We got to kind of, you know, like I said, we got to kind of turn that nigga off when we in Nate's spaces. And I think that's what Stephen A. Smith was really trying to say. But most of it, some of it, I would say some of it, maybe most of it, I'm not sure, is that we just tired of Stephen A. saying it. Like, let it be somebody else. Like, on some real shit. Like, it don't have to always be you, Stephen A. You know what I'm saying? We all know it's true and we all do it. Like, when we go up to our kids' school, when we call about our car warranty, or we calm down and put on the white folks' voice when the police pull us over or whatever, we step outside the door at work and, you know, take that deep breath. Like, you know, let me calm down before I slap the shit out this old ass white bitch. Like, you know what I'm saying? We do stuff like that because I know that she just want me to do that, and I ain't trying to fuck my life up for this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? For some reason, I don't know if any white people listen to the show, but it be white people out here just fucking with black people. So when y'all be like, we flip out for nothing, nah, some of white people really be just doing stupid shit. That's where, like I said, that's where all this Karen shit come from. But I just think that Penny is on TV, the camera in his face 24/7. We don't have to deal with that. Like, I can't imagine being followed around like that all the time. That's why I say I can't fuck with his shit. He got Imani Bates on his team, and I don't know if y'all know who that is, but he's supposed to be like the next coming. So that pressure right there in itself is just crazy, I'm sure. I mean, I feel it was unproven pressure because, I mean, I got my own feelings about Imani Bates, but that's another show. But, I mean, real quick, I think they kind of set him up bad when they was like, oh, he the next KD, and I think they like reclassified him so he can graduate early or some shit like that. And then having him in college at 17, I think that was kind of bad. I think that the people around him is trying to kind of rush the process to get to the money, like the NBA going somewhere. You know what I'm saying? I think they should have let him develop, or, you know, let him just be a kid. I don't know. Maybe that might be the problem. They got this 17-year-old boy, and they like, you the point guard of this college, get us a title. Like, whoa. He ain't no Bron, he ain't no KD, and nothing like that. The boy is good. I just feel like about him, he's, I mean, I want to say it in a nice way because I don't think he's trash at all. I think he can get better. I see a lot of potential. He put on a few pounds or whatever. But I think that LeBron them is like those Lamborghinis, and they only make like 8 of them. You know what I'm saying? And then they got the other Lamborghinis that they make like 50 of, and then they got the other Lamborghinis that they make like 1,000 of. That's him. He part of that 1,000. He ain't quite the 8. You know what I'm saying? But nigga, ain't nothing wrong with these down here. You know what I'm saying? Like, I take them motherfuckers, you know what I'm saying? And that's how I feel about him. But shit, I feel like he should have went to a HBCU. Like, I feel like that about all of them. But I'm not even sure if Memphis is a HBCU or not, but I don't think it is. But y'all get my drift, though. I just feel like the next crop of, like, quote-unquote black hoopers should all go to a fucking HBCU, run that bitch for a couple years, get a title, because the NBA ain't going nowhere. Y'all will be the top 1 through 10 picks. Like, if y'all motherfuckers won 2, 3 championships in a row, like, for real, that shit'd be crazy. Like I say, man, make some black history, you know what I'm saying? But that's just me, and that's another topic for another show. But back to what I'm saying, like, we gotta control, like, I don't know, man. Like I say, I hate to say inner nigger, but like, we gotta control that nigga, man. You know what I'm saying? Cause like, when you get up that high and you work your way through all this bullshit in America, cause through all that inner black man he been pissed the whole time. Like, he been knowing that it's unfair. He been telling you when you doing shit, he tapping you on your fucking ear and, you know what I'm saying, sitting on your shoulder. You been holding this dude back from speaking for 30, 40, 50, 60 years sometimes. Sometimes they don't never let that mad black man inside of them talk. So that inner nigga's just in there like, come on, man, just come on, Penny. Just come on, man, tell this motherfucker, come on, Penny. And I'm sure he been holding it back like all of us do. You know what I'm saying? So when he finally do get his chance to want Penny, like, fucking go ahead, man. You know what I'm saying? When Penny finally let him get the mic and let him speak and it come out like it did with Penny. Mad, cussing, and ready to whoop somebody's ass because you've been pinning it up. So I get that part too, because I am a black man and I've had those kind of situations where you had to kind of hold it back a little bit. But that's why I don't want to be rich and famous. You know what I'm saying? I'll take the rich though, because you do got to play that game and you do got to walk that line just to keep your place that you worked hard for. It can really get thrown away if you let some fucking geek ass fucking media dude get under your skin. And that's kind of crazy. Or if you do some shit like the baby and say some shit on stage that go against what the fuck they got going on out here. Because when we slip and cuss or speak on gays or whatever that they is backing at the moment, we lose it all. Like jobs, house, fucking wife, kids, like we lose everything. Like for real, from just behind letting that inner black dude get the mic and speak one time. And I say that and I say it again. We don't never know where that line at until we cross it. And I'm sure from this part that Stephen A is speaking from experience. When he said what he said, I think when he be saying some of this stuff, I think he be in those meetings. He been around these white folks. He been doing this media shit for 100 fucking years. And I'm sure he done seen it all. And I'm sure he done heard his share of like little slick shit and racial slurs. Like, that's why I say I couldn't do it, man. Shit, can you just even imagine like when Barack Obama was president? Like, I bet them motherfucking White House workers was fixing holes in them goddamn walls every other goddamn day when he come in there punching holes in the motherfuckers, fighting and clawing with his inner nigga on the motherfucker, on that platform. The president, he traveling the world, and these niggas just popping shit off, saying goofy shit to this man all the time, and he got to keep the, no, man, you can't say that. You can't say that. And you know my man was probably on his shoulder. Come on, Barack, let me say just one thing, man, just one thing. And we be wanting to let it out. So I can just imagine him going in that White House at night, man, walking in there, swinging like Trey on Boys in the Hood, all mad and crying and shit. These fucking cracker-ass crackers better leave me the fuck alone with this bullshit. Like, I can just imagine, man, because it's motherfuckers, it's their pleasure to get up out of bed to go fuck with Barack Obama or to go fuck with Antonio Brown or to go fuck with fucking Ocho Cinco or, you know, fuck with Penny. Like, I'm finna fly from fucking California on a plane to get over here to try to piss him off. And if I don't get this story, I ain't do my fucking job. And I'm pretty sure Michelle probably right there. Like Janetta be with me, you know what I'm saying? Come on now, baby, it ain't worth it. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to lose it all. But y'all get it. Y'all think it's like hard out here living. I bet it's even harder playing that game on that stage, man. The president or the head coach of Memphis, man, think about that for a minute, man. Motherfuckers just popping off. Tell us about Monica Lewinsky. Like, in the middle of all this shit that's going on, my nigga, this is what you want to talk about? Like, for real, I'm trying to get this shit together. He said it, I'm coaching hard. My kids playing hard. Y'all see that. We not getting blown out. We not on no bullshit. And not to mention, these other players is college players too. And on that tip real quick, maybe Penny ain't trained. That's why I say maybe he's not a coach. He might be he might be good on your staff, not a head coach. Because you got to get these kids to understand, Imani, you are KD. That's what they said. You got the biggest target on your back. Everybody coming at your neck every fucking second. Your teammates, bitches in school, fucking people around the neighborhood, all these teams we play, these motherfuckers, there's people out here just want to simply see you fail because they said you the next KD. No other reason. Most people because you just black. Most people because you just young and black. Most people because you can just hoop. Like, people don't even know who you are gunning for you. And I think that's where, you know, as far as him coaching, you know what I'm saying, that's what I think he's having a hard time translating. Or maybe he is and it's just not working out because the boy is a goddamn kid. Like, we can't put all the pressure on Imani. I'm just saying I think the pressure that they put on him is not warranted, I guess. I don't know. But, I mean, like I said, being on that stage, man, that got to be a whole different kind of thing. But some of us, you know, we go that route, and it don't mean that we're Uncle Tom or a sellout. Let me make sure I say that. But, you know, going that route and playing that game, it kind of make you look like one because we be at home like, man, cuss this nigga out. You know what I'm saying? Like, and they can't do that. You know what I'm saying? Like Penny, I'm sure he got a nice crib. I'm pretty sure he got a nice hefty mortgage on that motherfucker. He can't go from that to fucking working at Walgreens and still have that house and that car and shit. Like, come on, man, we got to give these motherfuckers some wiggle room. But I understand it. I just want to try to tap on it from another way so people maybe understand. And I do think that from Stephen A, I think he just tried a little too hard to, you know, be our unk or big homie. You know what I'm saying? And most of the time that shit just come across as lame as fuck because he ain't our big homie or our unk. Like, you just not. You know what I'm saying? You just Stephen A. You just the guy on TV. Like, speak on sports, my nigga. Like, I mean, I know this is a part of sports, but when he be like, put the camera on me, what he said in the thing, put the camera on me, let me talk to him like, you know, brother to brother. Like, Stephen A., you got to chill out on that a little bit because if it's brother to brother, you could have picked up the fucking phone. But I'm sure Stephen A. don't give two fucks about what a nigga like me think and say that nigga's getting fucking $10 million a goddamn year. He don't give a fuck what me or Penny think about that shit probably at this point. I just thought I'd speak on it, but I'll leave on this note, man, and about a comment that I read under the video, and it was a black lady, and I clicked on her page to see who the fuck this person was that said this shit. To be honest, like, and she seemed cool, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say the person name or nothing like that because I ain't here for that. But she said, that's why we need our own media. And I'm like, for what? Like, for him to be able to cuss and act like a nigga? You know what I'm saying? Like, so what, he get to cuss a black person out who asks him that and it'll be cool? You know what I'm saying? Like, if he was talking to the local, like, BET channel or whatever, he get to cuss them out and it'll be cool because it's our media. Like, that's the part that I don't get when people jump up quick and say, like, that's why we need our own media. Yeah, we do for certain things, but, like, sports is kind of universal. Win, lose. Like, is no black, white, or nothing. It shouldn't be, let me say that. But, like, us having our black media on that, I don't see how. She had, like, this long, drawn-out comment, and it was kind of like, but that's why we need our own media so we can control the narrative. No, there's no narrative to control. This black man team is losing. He's under pressure, and he buckled, and he cussing people out that he probably shouldn't have cussed out. Like, it don't matter what media outlet the person is from. He shouldn't do that. That's what I'm saying. Like, so when somebody says something like, that's why we need our own media, and that, for that, is bullshit. That's how I feel about it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you just basically saying it's cool for him to, like, if that was me interviewing him, it would be cool for him to cuss me out because I'm black. I guess because you think I could take it or whatever. But, like, I don't believe that at all because I don't give a fuck what network he on. I don't want to hear the head coach of Memphis, a black guy or a white guy. But I'm just saying for a black guy, like, I don't want to hear that guy who is over a group of other black men breaking down like this and talking like that. Like, he a role model, whether he like it or not. And I want to be able to point to him and say, see Nick and Michael, that's a good black dude right there. And I'm not saying that he can't have breakdown moments because we all have them. Like I said, we not being followed around 24/7. We not coaching the next KD and all that shit. We ain't got a squad full of fucking All-Americans that we're responsible for. So it's easy for us to have our breakdowns. I come in and fall out on Janetta in that fucking bed and be, oh, this bullshit. And I pull it all off and it be nobody is here with a camera rebuttaling my breakdown or questioning me, making me break down. So that's the difference. But us having a black media, quote unquote, a black media for that is kind of useless, man, because he got to still hold it together, plain and simple, regardless who was there. Or are you saying that we need our own to give him more wiggle room and not question him? So even though he losing with 12 All-Americans, like, we basically got to let him off the hook. That's why we need our own media. So even though he got my son here and we supposed to be winning and he's supposed to be helping my son get to the next level and go pro, even though he's not doing it as black media, I should let him off the hook. I shouldn't ask him what the fuck is going on, man. You got the best goddamn kid in America, supposedly. You know what I'm saying? Why the fuck y'all ain't winning? You supposed to be a good coach. Why the fuck y'all ain't winning? So why is it okay for white media to ask him that and then you spin it around and say we need our own media to basically what I feel like don't ask him that? You know what I'm saying? Or if we do ask him and he cuss us out, we supposed to be cool with it because you my nigga. Fuck that, man. Like, for real, he got a job to do and he got to do it. And part of that job is not breaking down and giving niggas like Stephen A. a chance to even cut into him on some brother, big homie shit, because that's just how it go. I just feel like the crazy part is, you know, when people talk this like black power shit, and that let me know like some of these people need to like kind of shut the fuck up. We can't black power everything, man. Like, come on now. Some shit we gotta let go. And this one of them, black media ain't got nothing to do with checking the shit out of Stephen A. Stephen A, next time some shit like this happen, call that man or don't fucking say shit. Don't try to brother me on TV and try to sun me or some shit like that. Like, don't do that. Because as far as the black media shit go, us having our own media channel or outlet, that ain't gonna stop the fucking NCAA from letting these other ones in there to ask questions too. So that's another part of it, like having our own media. So how y'all think that's gonna look if Penny walked out of there and said, I'm not answering no questions from nobody but the black media? His ass would be fired. They'd come out and fire him right then. No, fuck that. You gotta go. That's why they put in these NBA contracts and these pro contracts and these coaches contracts that they have to talk to media a certain amount of times. And when they leave, they get fined. Like if LeBron just walked off the court and didn't do an interview, he's probably going to get fined or somebody's going to say something. He might can get away with that shit every now and then, but he's LeBron. I'm just going to say a regular middle of the road dude, you know what I'm saying, Jimmy Butler or somebody. You better talk. You know what I'm saying? They want everybody to talk. So you saying that we having our own black media, like that's going to put him in a worser spot if he came out and said, like, I'm not talking to nobody but Mike with a mic. Like, they'd be like, get the fuck out of here with that. Especially when we asking them softball ass questions. They fucking 2-10 with 12 All-Americans, and I'm up here talking about, you know what I'm saying, how he feel about, you know, the 49ers and the Super Bowl or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, get the fuck out of here. They want to know like we want to know. He still can't buckle under the pressure, and we can't have a black media posting up there asking them fucking underhanded fucking questions, letting them off the hook when he's supposed to be this role model and taking us to the next level and setting examples along the way, and also creating a winning program to make more kids want to go fuck with him. And we should be sitting at home like, damn, Penny doing a good job with them boys. Let me send my son over there. That's what we supposed to do, not letting him off the fucking hook because he's black, but then you want equality. So it's like, you know, chicken and egg type shit when it come to that. To me, like, y'all can't do that. We can't come down too hard on Stephen A. too. What I'm coming down on is, nigga, don't do that shit on TV. Call Penny, man. You the media. If anybody can get in touch with that motherfucker, I'm pretty sure it's Stephen A. But saying that part, that'll be my question. Like, what the fuck you think's gonna happen? Like, you really think they just gonna, like the NCAA, that's who really run the shit. They not finna let just him come in there and just answer just black media and all these other media outlets just sitting there like with they fucking thumb up they fucking ass, man. That man gotta pin that inner nigga down, or that mad black man inside of him, because of whatever is going on, y'all losing, whatever. You gotta pin that shit down, Penny, like for real, man, because you gonna fuck, like, you know you quicker to get slung up out this motherfucker. We know that. That's why we maneuver through this world the way that we do. But, you know, he got to pin that down, and he's going to have to do it if he want to play in their yard and he want to get paid for it. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's why Stephen A. make the big bucks. Like, they pay us the big bucks to play their game. Like, which one of you, like, black motherfuckers want to walk this tightrope? We'll give you $50 million if you can walk this tightrope across this motherfucker and be safe and don't piss no white people off and still make black people happy and, you know, still be aggressive and still, you know, be that shock jock where, you know, we still can get headlines. Like, that's a tightrope to walk for a guy like Stephen A. Smith. And I can, you know, but that's why he make the money, because he's doing it, and then we look at him like it's cooning, but he's still walking a tightrope that all of us walk. And they got to do it on TV so it just look worse. And when it comes to stuff like this, me personally, Stephen A., I feel like you should have called him. But I think we all play that game. But Stephen A. raking in like $10 million a year, man. I don't know what the man make. I remember they was talking about, I think they said like $10 million a year. He ain't giving a fuck about what Michael think and what Penny think. You for real, like, and it's certain people like we can. That's why a motherfucker like probably me or like Kwame, we not gonna never get no like primetime talk show 9 o'clock in the morning talking the way we talk. Like, man, get the fuck out of here, man. Like, picture Kwame Brown show, like, replacing The Real in that time slot, like 10 o'clock in the morning, Kwame up there talking about his mama's cooking and calling men bitches and all that shit, man. Like, come on, man, get the fuck out of here, man. That nigga be canceled after one fucking episode, man. But I'm off it, man. I'm donezo. I didn't mean to even go this long, man. I just hope I got my little point across about that stuff, man. My baby in there crying too, if y'all can hear that. I don't know. Y'all know the deal. I just want people to understand that. I mean, I want people to understand where I stand with it. I agree with Stephen A. with what he said. I 100% agree. You can't be like that. If this is the job you want and this is the arena you want to play in, there are rules. Fucked up rules, unfair rules, yeah. But you filled out that application. So that's what you got to do. So if you're going to do it right. Do it with a smile on your face. Do it enough to get through these couple of questions and do it enough to get in the car and get home like Barack and punch some holes in the wall or whatever you got to do, because that's just simply what we got to do for right now until things change all the way. We changing them a little bit, but this is the shit that kind of set us back because he got all of this going on. Now we got to sidestep and talk about Stephen A. Smith. We shouldn't have to do that. We shouldn't have to sidestep and talk about him cussing nobody out. He should have just answered the question like, yeah, man, it's messed up. Y'all know what's going on, blah, blah, blah. He could have got the fuck out of there. We could have got back to practice getting these boys ready for the next game. But now we got to stop and talk about this. And I just think that takes away from a lot of shit, especially when you in that spot, because I just don't like when black people try to act like we don't know the goddamn rules out here. The rules is theirs. And if they want to make up fucked up rules to their rules and the rules on top of them rules, is theirs. If we got a fucking problem with it, go to a HBCU. All this finding the media and all that stuff, nah, that's not going to work. Us arguing about us having our own media or him not cracking and all that shit, man, nah. We just got to, if we going to play that game, we got to play it. We got pro players and all that shit, man. They be like, what you think about Black Lives Matter? These niggas won't say shit. They'll walk off because they know if I say what I really feel, I'm liable to lose it all. And at the end of the fucking day, not to even sound like some kind of fucked up person, but soon as Penny lose that job, it's going to be black people saying, this stupid motherfucking nigga lost that job. He had that good job. Y'all see this nigga? Now look at him. Coaching at a high school, stupid ass. Like, and that's the part that that's the part of walking a tightrope. You gotta be able to make them smile and black people. And that's really a position that I really don't want to kind of be in. That's why I say I don't want to be rich and famous. Don't put no camera in my motherfucking face, because I'm not for that. I'm not for the walking a tightrope. I'm walking it tight enough in my regular life. So I know trying to walk that bitch with a camera in your face and then put me in charge of fucking 12 All-Americans and the future of these young men, I don't want that. I got my sons to raise, like, and I'm gonna take care of them to try to make this world better. And then if everybody do that, we should be fine. It's supposed to be people like Penny that we send our kids off to after we walk them up further as we can. I don't want to send them off to a guy that's gonna be breaking down and buckling under the pressures. I don't. However, I don't want to send him off to no Stephen A. Smith neither, who gonna teach him how to like cut into his brothers for fucking ratings. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I say it's all about walking that line. But hopefully this turn the knob a little bit. That's all I want to do. Y'all know my drill, man. I just want people to be better and people to see things for what they really are. We can't come down too much on Stephen A. Smith without giving some of that blame to Penny. And we can't come down all the way on Penny without giving some of that blame to Stephen A. Stephen A., next time, call him. Penny, next time, don't break down. You know what I'm saying? And that's just simple as that. I'm donezo. I've been going hard in the paint at work, man. It's been waka flocka these last few months, but got to do what you got to do, man. Old man told me, man, you want to cross the bridge, you got to pay the toll. And that's what I'm doing these days, man. I'm just trying to be happy and live my life. You know what I'm saying? I'm blessed. That's what I'm gonna say. I'm gonna just leave it at that, man. I'm blessed. Got a place to stay, food to eat, roof over my head, man. Like, I got a car, got a job, got beautiful people around me, got my babies, everybody cool, my friends is cool. I ain't even heard no bad news in a while. If I don't turn on TV, I don't even hear no bad news. Everybody around me been doing good. Everybody been smiling. Everybody been fucking dancing, doing what they supposed to do. And I hope that's what's going on with y'all out there. So with that said, man, y'all be safe. Y'all know my drill. We still in the pandemic. Cover up your fucking face. If you went and got the shot, okay. If you didn't, I don't give a fuck. That's you. Deuce5clothing.com, refreshus15.com, platinumstatus.com, createdbyjones.com, Betty's Girls Party Event Planning on Instagram. If y'all got any questions about the show, Mike with a Mike 313@gmail.com. If y'all got topics, y'all want to submit some music, whatever y'all want to do, man, y'all be safe out here, man. I'm finna go in here, get me something to eat and shut it down. Y'all have at it.
You were just listening to. Thanks for listening to. You were just listening to. Mike with the mic.